Good feints. Oh, cheeky little push kick. Something you don't really see in MMA for obvious reasons. Okay, so in today's clip, we are going to be reacting to Andrew Tate versus Luke Barnatt, a former UFC fighter. For those of you guys that have been watching the UFC for a while, especially if you started watching around 2014, 2015, Luke Barnatt is a name that is familiar to some of you guys. Let's go ahead and react to this clip. And then at the end of this video, we're going to be discussing whether or not Andrew Tate is actually good at striking. Keep in mind that this was sparring footage for almost 2 years ago. Let's go ahead and watch this. All right. Need some reposition. Okay. Nice little feint. Oh, combination from Barnatt. Good feint. Good at breaking his base a little bit. Okay, nice little inside kick. Okay, good repositioning from Tate there.
Hold him there, hold him there. Good shot, good shot. No, it's okay. I just slipped.
Good feints. Oh, cheeky little push kick. Something you don't really see in MMA for obvious reasons.
1 minute left.
Level change. Okay, Andrew Tate is actually pressuring a little bit. Oh,
Good. Very
good
good.
little exchange from both. It's a good exchange from both.
Hand faster, Andrew.
Okay, so final verdict. Do I think that Andrew Tate is like this amazing striker? Obviously, I wouldn't say that he's elite, but I do think that he's pretty good. Obviously, whenever you're holding your own against a UFC level type fighter, you're definitely in the 1 percentile of the world. But there's just some things about Andrew Tate that I think just are lacking in my honest opinion. That could do with age and that could do with him, being a big guy. Obviously, he's not the most athletic and agile type fighters. He tends to take a long time to reset in a defensive disposition, and that could just be from a lot of things. Maybe like I said, him being big and him being old. That's just something that he's not able to do anymore. Maybe when he was younger, he was able to do a lot more well. But I do think that Andrew Tate is a very, very good fighter when it comes to resetting and disengaging, something that we typically don't talk about in combat sports because everybody's so focused on trying to land. Knowing when to disengage and knowing when to reset is something that I think is undervalued and underrated, and in general, an underrated conversation that we just don't have in combat sports at all. In this clip right here, he just landed a push kick against his opponent while his opponent was trying to do like a rhythm to try to set up his own offensive team. And Andrew Tate did a very, very good job at reading that and pretty much landed a push kick that completely broke his opponent's base. And I think that that's something that Andrew Tate catches. Um, I think that that's really, really high level in terms of decision making. Now, would I say that he is, the crispiest boxer, has the most amazing technique? Obviously not. But there is, some sort of system here that Andrew Tate is fighting with, that I do think that makes him above average. Would I say that he is absolutely elite? Obviously not. But do I think that he's among, some of the better fighters in the world? I mean, obviously, if you can hold your own, like I said, against a UFC fighter, you are, definitely in the 1 percentile. But I say that he's elite? Obviously not, to reiterate. But I do think that he's good, and I do think that he is above average, without a doubt.